Hello my friends, welcome once again to my channel. This is your girl Nora, and in this video I'm recording about the things that women do when they are cheating. These are some of the indicators. Yes, are you new to my channel? Hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so that whenever I post a video you are the first to know. Have you ever been cheated on? If yes, then you know how awful the feeling is. It is a big blow to your ego and your self-esteem. So, these are some of the subtle signs that show that a woman is cheating. Number 1, she is always happy. No matter what you do, whether you come late, whether you don't reply her texts, whether you don't call, she is always in a very happy mood. All those things that used to annoy her before, the things you used to do and they will trigger her anger, no longer trigger her anger. She is just happy. She always has a smile on her face. Then you know she could be cheating on you. Number 2, she is always lost in thoughts. You know, women are known to be great listeners and very attentive creatures. Women are people who sacrifice a lot and give a lot in their relationships. But if she barely listens to what you're saying, she doesn't pay attention anymore. She doesn't listen actively. In fact, sometimes she could be totally lost in thoughts completely, and she even loses a grip of reality. Another sign that she could be cheating on you. She will appear distracted all the time. Next, you know it's raining outside, so you bear with me. Next, she has lost interest in romance completely. She loses interest in romance with you. No matter how good you are in bed, no matter how good you are at making love, she's not interested anymore. She begins to act cold and distant from you. And she has all the excuses not to have intimate time with you. Today she is sick, then she's tired, then she's not feeling well, then her back is aching, then her head is aching. Excuse after excuse about why she can't be intimate with you. And if she forces herself to do it, you feel she doesn't give you her all. You feel like she's tense. Even when you like tickle her, she acts like you've scared her. She's always acting surprised at what you're doing and acting very distant. She is basically not in the mood anymore for you. Next, she constantly wants to know about your schedule. Normally, women want to know about your schedule so that they know when to prepare food, when to do what, when to prepare your juice, when to be home. But in this case, it's different. She wants to know your schedule so much so that she wants to know the exact minute you're leaving and the exact minute you're coming back home. In most cases, she's doing that so that she knows when to go out with a date with the other guy. She wants you out of the way. She wants to plan her day. She wants to plan her day and give time to the new relationship, to the guy she is cheating with. Next, she's talking way too much to someone and you don't know who. She's receiving calls from someone and giving calls to someone. This is, by the way, the most obvious sign that a lady is cheating. Texting, chatting, and you have to know that you may not always know that this is happening. because she will hide it from you. She wouldn't want you to find out that she's calling this person too much, she's talking to this person too much, she's chatting with this person too much. She will hide it from you. She will find ways of doing it when you're at work, maybe when you're asleep, especially these partners who drink too much and sleep off. The lady has a lot of ample time and space to do whatever they want to do when you are drunk and asleep. You have to know that if they are trying to keep it a secret from you, her with the guy she's cheating with, it's hard for you to find out. They are in on it together. They plan together. They know how to play you together. But if she's obvious about it, like she doesn't care whether you see her talking to someone or not, then things are pretty bad in your relationship. Something is seriously wrong in your relationship with her, and she doesn't give a damn anymore about you. Next, there is this person. When you talk about this person, she immediately changes the subject. She doesn't want to dwell on the subject where this person is mentioned, especially when she's cheating on you with that person. She acts disinterested. She doesn't want to talk about this person. She acts like disgusted. She wants you to change the subject immediately, yet she knows the person. She has been with this person. You know that she knows this person, maybe they are friends with this person, but all of a sudden, she no longer wants to talk about this person completely with you. That kind of extreme behavior is usually a sign that she's interested in this person. Some even go to the extent of talking bad about that person when the subject comes up. Maybe abusing that person, maybe calling them names. And they change the subject immediately. You know something is up with this person. Next, she is busy and she won't say where she is, where she has been. She gives, she talks about where she has been, like the time she talks about doesn't correlate with the time she has been away. She's always talking about things that show that she spent maybe 20 minutes doing them, and yet she has been away for hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, and she talks about something that I went here, something which took like 5-10 minutes to do. For her, she has been away for hours. She never explains the absences. She doesn't have words to explain the absences. Everything she says has gaps. You are always finding gaps in what she's saying. All of a sudden, this person is scarce. All of a sudden, you start to feel the difference immediately when it starts happening. You start to feel the signs, but in most cases, you're in denial. You feel it can't happen. You ignore them. Some of the signs that you ignore: she is always used to have all the time for you. She's always checking on you. She has time for you. Then all of a sudden, she has a busy schedule. All of a sudden, she's busy. She's used to having you around. You are used to her being passionate about maybe sitting together on the couch, maybe talking, laughing, watching a movie together, watching something, talking about life. And all of a sudden, she's too busy for those things. Those things are not worth her time anymore. She's maybe away in the kitchen doing something, or in the bathroom. She doesn't have time for you anymore. You are crowding her space all of a sudden. She used to look out for that time when you be together, maybe walking together in the park, maybe planning something. Now, she's happy when you're out with the boys. Before, she used to get annoyed when you are out with the boys, drinking late, maybe partying late. Now, She wants you to stay there. She doesn't even bother you. When you're there, it's her peace of mind. Those are some of the signs you ignore, but they are serious indicators that your woman is cheating. In basic words, now she's busy, but she won't tell you what she's doing. All of a sudden, your lives are still the same, you still have the same schedules, but all of a sudden, for her, she's busy. Next, she is always working, and she is using all the excuses that can be on work. She brushes off your demands for work, because you will easily understand that work is demanding. She is always showing you that she's busy working. She keeps telling you she's working. Everything you say or you demand, she says she's working, because work is an easy scapegoat. She doesn't want to be caught in a lie. So it's easy for her to say, I'm working, I'm at work, I'm doing this work, and you won't question it. Next, she gets abrupt calls and she has to leave. Her friends need her, and when you ask for details on why they need her, the details are sketchy. She doesn't tell you anything about why they need her. She gets touchy-feely when you demand to know the details. She goes like, but how can I tell you why my friend needs me? It is something between me and her. I'm respecting my friend's privacy. Yet before, she used to tell you all the secrets of her friends. But now, she doesn't want to share them. And by the way, that friend she's saying that needs her could be her cover. She could be well on what's happening, and she could be her cover. She is no longer emotionally available for you. Schedule your online counseling session with Nora at norarake.com. Your family, relationship, and marriage expert. Next, she becomes obsessed with her privacy. Her phone has this very tough lock, and she will give you excuses that she just locked her phone because of her work buddies, or maybe the children. A person who used to leave the phone hanging everywhere around the house moves with her phone everywhere, to bathe, to cook, everywhere. Before, you used to call her, your phone is ringing, but this time she has her phone. Most of the time when you're around, her phone is on silence. Sometimes it's on flight mode. Most of the time, her phone is near her. She doesn't want you to check her emails. She changes her passwords. She's obsessed. She deletes most of her conversations. You see, she's too busy on the phone, but she even deletes her conversations. In case you are someone who can access her phone or her conversations, there is always nothing. She handles her phone like a top spy gadget. People who don't cheat have nothing to hide, by the way. So if she's handling her phone like a top secret spy gadget, you know she's probably cheating on you. Apart from hiding her phone, she is always on it. Next, is your woman hanging up with new friends? They are new. You don't know them. There could be a reason for it. Are they people you know or you don't know? Did she have these friends before, or all of a sudden they are work buddies, or all of a sudden this is a new person helping her with something, or helping her with a new hobby or interest? This could be someone she's cheating on you with. And in most cases, you are not invited to get to know these people, because she's hanging out with them, but they are not as important. she will say they are not important. Next, all of a sudden she becomes very jealous and very suspicious. Very jealous. She wants to know where you're going, what you're doing. When you're talking to someone, she wants to know why, just to cover her traps. She's fighting you over every woman. She's fighting you over where you're going. She's fighting you over which deals you're making. She's fighting you over whom you're talking to on phone, because she's covering her tracks. She will distract you from actually seeing what's going on to actually thinking she's jealous and she wants to keep the relationship. This is a person who will grab your phone all the time, who will monitor your phone all the time to know whom are you talking to, whose message is that. She wants to know what is happening all the time. Next, she's always looking for reasons to complain about you. All the time. It becomes nagging. She's nagging so much. She complains about how you don't dress well. She complains about how you don't buy this. She complains about the promises you did not fulfill. She starts to pinpoint even the things you did 5 years ago in the past. She's bringing them now to lay them on the table. This means that she's mentally giving herself reasons why she's doing what she's doing. She's guilty. So she's giving herself reasons why she's doing what she's doing. So she's looking for the reasons from you. Complaining all the time, nagging all the time. She's asking why she starts bugging you about why she has to do all those chores she's doing. She's bugging you about why she's confined at home, why she doesn't go out with her friends. I'm also tired of being here. I'm not a padlock. I also want to get out with my friends. This time I'm going. She becomes different. Then she asks you, why have you taken long from that job? Why they are not increasing your salary? Why you're not meeting her needs? She becomes a nightmare. She's trying to communicate that if I'm not happy, I have the right to start looking elsewhere. Then you know she could be cheating. Of course, she won't say it directly, but that's it. That's the message behind her complaints. Next, she is not interested in going further. If you had plans with her, maybe plans to build, plans maybe for renewing your marital vows, if you had plans with her, any plans with her, she starts to act that they are not as important. If, for example, you did a traditional marriage with her and you have plans for a church wedding or a civil wedding, she starts to act that it's not as important. It can wait. Why rush? She's trying to show you that it's not as urgent and as important as it was before. She's not as interested in what you have to offer anymore. She is definitely lost some interest in your relationship. Next, she has trouble saying I love you. You see, those words, they seem easy, but this time she has trouble saying them. You can tell her I love you and she will go like, honey, thank you. Like, you can say I love you, then she will hug you instead. Oh, I love you, then she'll say, oh. Like she finds trouble saying it. It's not an easy word to her anymore to say, because she's telling it to someone else. She feels you're not worthy of that word anymore. You see, that word seems easy. Even when ladies who lie that they love someone when they don't love someone use it. But this time, when the lady is cheating, it becomes hard for her to use that word anyhow. Because she is in this new nice relationship with someone, passionate relationship, she feels that you You don't deserve to even hear that word from her. So it's hard. Even when you say it, at the back of her mind she's saying, why is he telling me that thing now? Why wasn't he telling me before? And it's also a reaction. If you were not telling her those words before, if you were not keen on telling her that before, because she was always available for you, now she is not available. She is emotionally unavailable. She is physically unavailable. You start to miss her. So because you start to miss her, you tell her you love her. And she's not interested in those words anymore. Then you know that something is wrong. She could be cheating on you. And when she says it, it comes from far. She even looks nauseous when she's saying it. Sometimes she just mumbles it. I love it. Like it's not direct. It's not like spot on. She's not sure about it. She's not sure about saying those words. She's with you, but she feels like she's cheating on you, but she feels like she's cheating on the other person. Just know that if there is no enthusiasm in speaking the most important words in your relationship, she could be cheating on you, sir. Next, she's not speaking directly to you anymore. She can't even maintain eye contact with you. She doesn't. When she's talking, she's distracted. She's looking that way. She's looking this way. She's not as direct as she was. Avoiding eye contact is usually a sign of guilt. When someone is not straight and truthful, they hardly maintain eye contact with you. She's not open and communicative. She is not clear anymore. You are talking about this, she's beating the bush about it. She's not direct with you anymore. She's not as communicative as she was anymore. She doesn't talk about others with you anymore. You know, women like talking about others. You will talk about work and she will tell you about other people's relationship, what they ate, how they dress, how they are acting like they are rich when they are not. This time she doesn't have time for cheap talk with you. Next, she's dressing up and it's not for you. When she's going out, she's different. Before she was a dressed down lady, maybe a normal lady. She was comfortable wearing her old clothes for months and years. Right now she's shopping. She's changing her hair on a weekly basis. She wants to look good. She's insecure all of a sudden about her acne and her bad skin, about her wrinkles and her gray hair. She is not okay with her insecurities. She's not sure whether she should go out with her stomach popping out. She wants to look good all the time. Yet before she didn't care. There is a scenario when a woman always cares about how she looks, but this time it is over and above. It's different from the usual, from the normal. This time she wants to know. She looks in the mirror. If she doesn't have a mirror, she will even buy it. She wants to be sure she looks good, and it's not for you. So are you new to my channel? Hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so that every time I post a video, you are the first to know. Don't forget to visit norarake.com. You realize she's buying new panties, especially lingerie, new clothes, new panties. It could be a sign, because most married women, especially married women, take long to change those panties. They take long to buy them, and it also depends on your woman. You know your women. You've been with this woman for so long. You know her panties. You know the pattern at which she changes her panties, maybe after 3, 4, 5 months, and you know the type of lingerie she uses. Then all of a sudden she starts to put on this striking, nice magazine lingerie. You find them hanged in the bathroom, drying. You know something could be up. She could be cheating on you. That is an indicator that your woman could be cheating on you. Next, she's working out, dieting, and you're not invited to join her. You remember before she was telling you about working out, cutting your tummy, eating healthy, eating well. This time she's doing it, and she's not doing it with you. She's doing it on her own. She is self-motivated. Even if you were telling her to do it before and she wasn't doing it, this time she motivates herself. She wants to see those videos. She wants to know which gym does it best. She wants to know how to tone, how to look good, how to keep tummy fat at bay. This time she's working out and it's not with you. This time she works out and she doesn't even show off to you. Wife who works out and you don't, if everything is normal and she's not cheating, she wants to show you, see how I am now, see my tummy now, you see I'm starting to have my abs tight. But this time, you see she's working so hard, working out, dieting, eating right, lifestyle changes, but she doesn't tell you anything. It's her secret. The way she looks nice, she doesn't even want you to recognize it. Because it's not for you, it's for someone else. This time she works out and she doesn't even show off to you. Before, if you have a wife who works out and you don't, if everything is normal and she's not cheating, she wants to show you, see how I am now, see my tummy now, you see I'm starting to have my abs tight. But this time, you see she's working so hard, working out, dieting, eating right, lifestyle changes, but she doesn't tell you anything. It's her secret. The way she looks nice, she doesn't even want you to recognize it. Because it's not for you, it's for someone else. You look at this overall makeover on her. You can't understand her anymore. Her looks are more important than anything right now. Next, she develops a new personality. You watch your woman developing a new personality, changing in your eyes. That's if you even care to see. Because in most cases, if you don't care to see, that's when you will find out your woman developed a new personality. She is more confident. She feels like, yeah, someone else can see that I'm beautiful. Someone who wasn't wearing high heels can now do it. Someone who wasn't wearing short dresses can now do it. She's different. She talks back at you. You talk, she talks. She feels like she has the world in her hands. She feels like she's woman enough. She feels like she can live without you. You are not as important as you were before. She is developing a new personality, and this is in the way she talks, the way she looks, the way she dresses, the way she carries herself. She is a different person now. Then you know she could be cheating on you. Next, she doesn't want to cuddle and she kisses you without passion. If she's to kiss you anyway, she doesn't want to cuddle. All of a sudden, she's hot. She feels the space is hot when you cuddle. She's uninterested. When she kisses you, she kisses you without passion, just to make it happen, so that you don't suspect anything. When she doesn't even close her eyes, she does. It's not a must to close your eyes when you're kissing someone, but This time it doesn't mean anything. She wants it to be fast even. Sometimes they even clean their mouth after the kiss. They feel like they are disgusted with your saliva. Then you know something is up. She could be cheating on you. If you realize that when you cuddle she pulls away, it means she's trying to get away from you. Look, she's just not that into you anymore. That's it. Signs that a woman is cheating on you. She is just not that into you anymore. Emotionally, physically, psychologically, sexually, financially, she's not interested. She is interested in someone else. Another sign that your woman could be cheating on you is how many times she has forgiven you. If you're the type of person who keeps cheating on your woman, cheating on her and she skips around, and all of a sudden you see these signs that I've told you about, she doesn't care anymore. It could be a tit for tat. She could be cheating on you. Most of the time, if you hurt a woman so much, the more she forgives you, the more the love in her reduces for you. Especially if she forgives you and you do the same thing again. So watch out. If you are the type of person who is a cheater, you could be getting a taste of your own medicine. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. If you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so that every time I post a video, you are the first to know. Leave me a comment in the comment section and don't forget to follow my handles. Instagram is @Nora. Twitter is @NoraCharimpa. Facebook is facebook.com/Nora82. You need someone to talk to. Do you want someone to listen? Visit NoraArake.com and schedule your online appointment.